shared by host and guests are personal and not affiliated to any groups. This podcast is strictly for entertainment and general information only, and not for professional advice. Some topics may be sensitive. Listener discretion is advised. By watching, you agree the host and producer are not liable for any effects.
Welcome to yet another edition of the Me podcast. We're definitely proud to broadcast. And by the way, anything can happen. We cannot forecast what's going to happen. And welcome to this edition. It's a beautiful edition. One thing I like about this edition is that we get to take you back, way back. And in case you didn't get the memo, the name is Zkit, aka you already know the rest. And by the way, shout out goes out to Royal Vacations for making sure that we shoot, making sure that we've got the set. And remember, you can check down below. Actually, you can find the links if you want to book, you want to have a dinner, you want to do an event, you want to plan weekend getaway with the family lab, you want to plan retreat with the rest of the organization. You know, what do they call those things that they do for business? Team building.
Team building kanoti kunojigamari ye company.
So if you want to do team building, just link contacts below at Royal Vacation. And shout out goes out to my engineers, not my engineer, my videographer, Agawanda.
Easy
is in the building. What
up? DJ Moscow.
He's not DJ Moscow, Dave. I'm gonna do that. And then we've got Trouble always behind the mic. Dave Mfana. It's been a crazy day, yeah? Alright, and allow me to introduce my special guest for this Melody Afternoon Day, alright, for this podcast.
Yeah.
One Dereck Mpofu. You guys know him as you're the brand that you used. Mr. Green.
Mr. Green Ambassador.
Mr. Green Ambassador.
Vanwanonditi mkono.
Mofu.
Kana to go to body.
And now we've got another title. My board of directors,
I'm board member of Zimura Music Rights Association.
Let's start there. Board of directors, Zimura. What's the criteria? How do you get there?
Well, you have to be a member.
Okay.
So the mistake is people think it's an association of musicians, but it's actually an association of composers. I know you write songs. You're not a musician. You're a DJ / presenter, producer. But simply because you write songs, you've got compositions. So you own the copyright. So you can be a member of Zimura. And if there is a third party that has performed your music or people that you've written for, the copyright belongs to you as the author or the composer, so you can be a member of Zimura. So our job is simply to collect and distribute my royalties.
Okay. So if I'm a poet,
exactly,
I can actually register with Zimura.
If you have written something and it's been performed, like Albert Nutty has got Senzenina, and his composition was mostly around poetry, you can be a member of Zimura. If you're also a composer, besides lyrics, you've also composed, say, a beat or the tune or the harmony for a musical piece, you can be a member of Zimura and get your royalties. You have people like DJ Tamuka. They don't necessarily write lyrics. They compose, so they sign a split sheet with the author, the writer of the lyrics, and the composer of the music or the arranger as well. So
you told me earlier on Offset. I think we'll start with the whole Zimura issue and just finish with that. You told me Offset that DJs can actually, club DJs can actually join Zimura. And you can actually collect royalties on their behalf.
Exactly. Like after composition, like the main copyright, that is the literary works, there are also then related rights to that. We call them neighboring rights, They're not necessarily the plain copyright that is attached to composers and authors, but they're related to that musical work. So you decide to perform, say, a musical work by Dereck, interpret it in your own way. You get my royalties for that. You've got my DJs Zakaita, David Guetta.
Yeah.
They take a literal work from someone, remix it, put in their own editions. So it's now got a sort of like a unique complex to it, the song. You've got Sungura songs that have been taken and turned into, say, or Kwaito bits. So that actual performance, my related rights or my neighboring rights, Zimura collects those as well, and they distribute them to the appropriate people. You don't have ownership of the work as such, but you have my related rights. Those are rights related to that work.
So you actually need to firstly liaise with the original composer.
It's always proper to do that, because they also have moral rights that are not transferable. That is the right to maintain the dignity of their initial product. So say there's a gospel song, you take that song, you remix it.
Example, yeah.
You remix it over Waisa. No, I didn't say that.
This is a practical example. It happened, so we can't really. It's something we can talk about because it happened.
Yeah, someone has the right to sue you, not necessarily for copyright only. Say you've reached a settlement with them to pay them.
You took their melody, and the melody, translator,
you
left
exactly,
and then you went right.
You bastardized a unique song. So there are those moral rights, the right to the dignity of a product. That's it.
So then you guys stand with your artist in court. You provide lawyers.
Exactly.
Is that it?
Besides that, we also, to a certain extent, though it was not the initial mandate, then provide a welfare platform for them. Say they get onto our times. There's funeral cover. There's also gratuities for older members. Initially, it was 70 years onwards, and who have 20 years in the music industry. Those are gratuities. We negotiate with the users of our works, like ZBC, Diamond FM, and clubs, restaurants, venues as well, so that the work that is there is actually recorded and the royalties accordingly go to the right people. That's what we do. Yeah.
All right. Interesting. So basically, making sure that the artists are safe during their career, post-career.
Yeah, it is not a foolproof way of doing things. Of course, you have challenges here and there, and given the economic circumstances in Zimbabwe, you find that the cake can be very small. Okay. We are a reflection of the economy. Okay. We simply because we don't have billionaire teachers and organizations, we also don't have billionaire musicians. My musicians and my DJ to wanna change. I know that.
Yeah.
When someone receives their salary and they're doing their budget, budget with music, tanga rent, school fees, my utilities, my gates, mvura. And then maybe dress new one ramukadzi nechichendit change manje uzoti introduction such
you are dress by budget
mdara mawani maybe ungatovuna ndakagumisira kuisa boots dzangu inini. If you've noticed, not Zimbabwean men, but men in general, we are very sacrificial in terms of our priorities.
Yeah.
We are the first ones.
Family. We are the last ones too.
If you look at the demographics, the highest number of soldiers, Varumi, people who are defending the country, localizer, the highest number of police, the highest number of my security guards who defend my companies, the highest number of my manual laborers. Of course, my genetics but I'm saying in general, pamba it's our natural role as men. So you find good even in terms of hembega. When I'm already so hembengani.
Was not lucky and again and they. So my wife understands that.
Yeah.
So I can actually buy clothes for myself before everyone else. Because it's a tool of trade.
Yeah. So unless it is out of necessity, then you find tomboti uniform yekubasa. You find kuti mpurisa zvinonzwisika kuti ngavatenga mamwe uniform ngavadai soja chi ndezvekubasa. But dai wanga usina basa rakadaro une rimwe kana ndori bus driver kana chivangu waingenga one type of cloth because naturally ndozvatiri. So you find kuti even in an economy yakatinete yunge yeduka chaunotanga kuita uchifunga even uchinzi hembe pamwe mukadzi ndiye anotozokupa but chaunotanga kufunga uchiwana sokuti ndoitira chi madam ni madon.
Music is the last resort.
Very last resort. Kuti music nedoro, and you find with people who buy beer before wanotenga music, and then kana music yacho vachiwana kana uda kuenda kushow unotsva kuti kwakachipa stere kurira magitari ndekopi. So change ndiye tinorarama naye isusu yekuti munhu apedza zvimwe zvese zvaari kuita. And vanhu kuti kana achienda kumusic wacho dzongo ada kutofadza madam madon kana chi ukona washedzwa kugig rukubhadhara by men normally 9 times out of 10 ndine birthday remwana wangu ndebirthday ramomzi ndebirthday ramadam hapana panombonzi ndine birthday rangu uya uta mari 2000 no it's never like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so naturally zvedu of course tonzi vari muimbuka nichi but naturally zvinongoita imbuka zviya zvokuti is the first port of call kana pakapinda mbavha yopuwa poison kana ndicheka cheka. That's us men.
Okay.
Yeah, so to that extent it's true vari muimbuka.
That's a very interesting way to look at it. And I understand this role, being a board member of Zimura. Okay, before we get personal, do you guys collect on behalf of artists outside of Zim, or you don't have a mandate there?
Okay, so we've got reciprocal pacts. Those that are covered by my ratifications that are like the Berne Convention of 1886 yekuti. We've got sister organizations like CSAC. Okay. They collect on our behalf because we've also got my members edanorira kune dzimwe nyika.
Okay.
Or not necessarily kune dzimwe nyika but vamwanorira online vanoridza macovers awo kune mamwe venues. You've got the likes of Oliver Mtukudzi, Thomas Mapfumo, Mokomba and such. Yeah. So they collect on our behalf. So we also collect on their behalf. Say Michael Jackson is played in Zimbabwe. They can't obviously come and monitor them. Michael Jackson, we've got our systems here, they've got their system.
And you get your stats from radio stations directly, or you go to bars, or what happens? What's the system like? What's your relationship with bars?
So with bars now, we charge like a general license, but the license depends on the size of the venue. Normally the size of the venue and a lot of other parameters that we look at. So you find the license for say Little Swallow Mandisa and Motoring and Queen's Hall will be very different from say what is charged at a venue the National Sports Stadium, because you also look at the capacity, size of the crowd, that the potential to be there, and then at times we look at the business capacity. For example, what is charged to a like restaurant Cafe Alana and Insco or Chicken Inn, with various outlets out there. They are quite different charges. So that's the general license that is charged. And then Kurukuma radio stations now, we also to a certain extent have different applications for a public broadcaster, commercial radio station, and a community radio station. Okay. Like a Diamond FM obviously is covered as a community radio station because it only covers Mutare and the areas surrounding Mutare. You see, ZBC is national. National FM and Radio Zimbabwe. they've got a wider coverage than the rest of the stations. So you find that also differs. So initially we used to have a system of recording where DJs would manually fill in. We played so and so and so and so. So now we've improved. We've got now an electrical monitoring system. If I've got the word correct, I think it's CPR or CRP. I've forgotten the name. Which monitors electronically all about 15 radio stations right now.
Okay.
And logs in properly. It's almost like
it works like Shazam.
Exactly. I was gonna say it's almost like Shazam. Yeah. So when the song is played, it logs in. It's more accurate.
Oh yeah.
And it is not wanton to manipulation by the human factor. Because if I don't like you and your song is on the playlist, I'll play you, but Captain Britain. My royalties end on Captain Britain, and then Lampy has got nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then comes to your role as a board member. I know it comes with a lot of accusations.
Yep.
It comes with a lot of mistrust.
2 days in.
It comes with a lot of deliverables, some achievable, some not.
2 days in. Like, dude, I've only been here for 2 days.
What's the most ridiculous thing you've heard thus far with your position?
I think the most ridiculous was when I posted this is what has happened, and then like, if I have the intention of not buy, even you see. So it's like like, dude, you're not gonna be there. In Gondi, we share the base so that I have a clearer way of thinking.
I'm being accused. I might as well,
like,
check with the results.
You know what?
Either way.
But Kubakwacho is very difficult to Zimura because there are systems in place.
Yeah.
The first thing we did when we were elected as a board was to choose a board treasurer, somebody who's independent, who's a chartered accountant. And every year we bring in independent auditors to properly audit the accounts. We report back to members at the annual general meeting. So it's very difficult. And then my board fees, they are like the lowest. Like, it's not worth it if you want to gain financially. It's not worth it being a board member of Zimura. But it's more like
if you want to improve
passion.
The system.
Yeah, you want to improve. If you're well traveled, you look at systems outside of Zimbabwe. You see how they're doing it. You try and come and implement it all. It's always improving. It's not perfect.
Yeah.
But it's better than anything else that is out there. You see. So yeah, but most in Zimbabwe, you could even post kuti wa rescue someone from drowning. But like,
that you rescue a woman from drowning. But
guys, so you just take it in your stride, come to the territory,
Okay.
And you'll be fine.
All right, let's leave the whole Zimura thing. I think anybody or everybody who's watching this podcast got a couple of notes from it. Let's go to Dereck Mpofu. You started off, you learned here in Nutty?
Born
here.
Sakuva. Provincial Hospital. And then ndakatanga chigara Florida ndizondekupi because I was a baby, but my parents told me. And then we went to Yeovil, kwa mai Gonyora. Shout out to her, Portia Gonyora as well. Itakakura to almost my siblings, and then we moved to Chikanga. From Chikanga, and ndichingotanga grade 1 yangu, we then went into 3 Brigade. The reason why I was born here is my dad was transferred. I think for security reasons, you're not
allowed to practice
your trade. You're a soldier or a policeman. Kuden.
Okay.
Inini ndakakura muno mamutaro ndobva ndaita mapurisa. Ndonzi nanosunga lempi. Ndokusunga here.
So basically you can't be a security person in Mutare.
Exactly. If I were to join the police force, probably ndekanda kwamutoko. Okunyamapanda okuti no one knows you. So uri koko, you have more room to exercise your independent thinking and analyzing because you don't know anyone. And I also think they do that to an extent yokuti maybe after a couple of years kanwa jera nenzvimbo kamona ma commanders officer commanding anogara chirotetwa.
So your parents are originally from Plumtree.
So we came from one extreme end of the border
to another
extreme end, Vatazwarwa Kun.
Okay.
And then now, because we spoke a lot of Ndebele, Tikendoma Group A schools like Bering Primary School,
okay,
where we learned very good English. Tikendom Tari Prayzah, Tikanta French, Nana Madame Manyaoga.
Bonjour. Ini na Monsieur Zkit.
Yeah. So I actually met Madame Shipe when we came here. Shona teacher. They were Ziva and would interact, but in the set Shona.
Oh, okay. Boys, I was with a French.
I was talking about Shona. That was how stuff was done. You see. So Mutare is home. Bulawayo is my roots. So when I grew up, I then also tried tracing back my roots. Pimped up my Ndebele. I'm very multilingual now with 4 languages. I'm learning a 5th, and the good is Chinese.
Oh, nice.
Because Ndakanakiro languages. I can pick up 1 or 2 Czech words. Because
so the artistry in you comes from the Bulawayo side.
Exactly.
They really like Ndebele people are natural artists. I see naturally.
Bulawayo artists, performers.
Okay.
Par excellence, there is a continuous juggernaut machine that is churning out one brilliant act after the other. Because they're very international, they've not really been accepted locally. So what I've discovered is the formula to go local in Zimbabwe is to become very, very foreign sounding, like you incorporate my foreign sounds. That is, but kunzoku, if you are genuinely indigenous and authentic, Mbira, Matewe,
that's what they like,
Marimba, Unotoa.
Okay.
So Bulawayo bands ane Nguzu, ane Katamia, like inonzi yakatanga Black Mambazo here. Vane Mbube, vane Mbaqanga, vari kutenderera.
Okay. But they're touring.
But every time I'm out, I meet up with them. Vachi tenderera all over the world. Vachimbira my audiences.
Would you dismiss me if I said music in Zimbabwe, music culture, music trends are decided in Harare?
Yeah, it's a very. People think Harare is Zimbabwe.
Okay.
So I think I've seen what is Ochete, but most companies, and because Harare originally I hear it was created for maybe 800,000 people, but right now you've got 4 million plus people living there. So most companies. So you find a lot of companies have now followed the trend. They're headquartered in Harare. So all the other businesses are no supply in order to maintain the network, they move to Harare. So the same has happened with musicians. The advent of my community radio stations was a very wise move by government. But the practicality now is artist mamutare akudzwa mamutare chete achigumira kunoko haachariro kuharare bozinochonzi mune redio yenyu kayo wokushavane same lawayo skies FM chichiandide. So it has now actually created a bigger gap in terms of national appeal.
Okay, interesting.
Vari muHarare ndisu takungorira tiri momo ndisu toziyana nama DJs. It's also about relations because a lot of people think kuti music airplay it's never fair. It's about who you know.
This goes by faith.
It's about who you know. Nyadze pay all where you go and you pay my DJs nichi. It's very international.
Yeah.
But imangmati sazibu kudara chaiko zvaitwa Grama would have a budget yekuti tabuditsa macheso kuti atenderere toita sei. Go you see my DJs today. You mari drink what chichiandika. Macheso ndiari kuriri.
You brought about a very interesting concept. Is it bad for an artist to pay for favor?
It's the way of the industry. It's the alright. Kurukubuda musicians mangani every day.
A lot.
Why should you be played?
Should they? Okay. Maybe because you feel you're good.
No. Hey, you're good, but life is not fair. Kunema bibaka naga baruta zakuru. Zibage shini. Being good, it's not enough. You need to have a strategy. The music industry.
You need a marketing budget.
The same investment inoitwa nemuna arikuita startup business. Achipa vanhu ma goodies emahara nichi anditi achipa vanhu hembe mabooks achingodara. It's the same thing you need to do. The only difference is now it is the artist who's directly doing it. Kudara record label ndiro yenda runo badar iwo singazi iwo wengoti uchingobudisa ukaona kuti ichi chine potential ichi that's what budget ratichachanisa kumarketing. And part of the marketing is kushedza ma DJs for drinks niyo ma newspaper notufamba neuyu mari yeningiri irapa they transport
if they own the transport
and did madam wako ne birthday what nano atenge yo rukuziva zvokureva. That's a capitalist economy. So they would pay kuti ridzai Jay-Z over wabhadhara kuti ignore nas.
Okay.
Ndopa vanonzi the music industry now inenge controlled by three.
And let's agree, if I'm a DJ, okay, I can't say if I am a DJ. If I bump into somebody and they do a good deed for me, that whole Sanganam club, I bump into you. Top of the mind, young Digashika and Dereck acknowledge. Hey, yo, let me
Hey, what do you?
Okay, Urume, I'll get you bottles. When I'm in the studio selecting my playlist, you're bound to.
Alright, besides that, tukudangotaranye networking. Iwewe ukanditi Dereck nditiro pay offline. Nas. With our history no kura kwatakaita tese. Do you think ndokuchaja?
No.
Inini ndikakuti Lampy ndine new song yapa shi even ndisina kana sendra ndabule ndotaranye social capital unondichaja
ndototanga kuti chimuntumira nditi teizi kuti badaku
ndotokudzipa ndotokudzipa ndotokutuka kuti iwe watichi kuda mai ndofanira moms wako kuti aiwa mukomana ende moms wako will be the first one kuti unopenga webala. In the absence of that social capital, at times the easier way to buy social capital. Ngoshiga, wadi, borukubigo, you know, ndilo shakade, andanga na time. Often I'll go to TikTok. I need that. I'm not thinking about that. The next thing I need to do, I'm challenge. I just go to my DJ. At a challenge, I'm have to train.
Okay.
Why? Not I don't bother, but you've made it easier to basara carry it. You get it? It's easier for you to undirize kananda kutenga fuel $20.
Yeah.
So that's payola. It's sort of like it's systematic corruption But without it, our music industry. So artists they want to go against the system.
Yeah.
But be like water.
You're swimming against the tide.
Be like water. Just go with the flow. You know, it's not even hundreds of thousands. It's to my relationships.
I've seen like a lot of other artists. I think especially in the US, this is what they used to do. I'm trying to buy. Okay, the whole payola system. That DJ. I release an album. Nutty Lampy, come and host my mixtape. I'll pay you to host the mixtape.
Yeah, exactly. What do you want?
Indirectly.
They papa no go to not DJ Lampy and DJ Munya about we ran. Lembandi Shades out come and host my mixtape and did it. Pani dila na DJ Munya.
Aguna.
Because we are Ningava, we ran one to open the uyu. Naturally, we take a side. Do you know people take sides for simple things like to support a team yakafana? When do man you do us now and Moriz and there is them us now.
Alright. Remember to keep it all right there. We said it's the Ami podcast. We taking a short break. When we come back, we continue with Dereck. Keep it locked. Alright, and we are back. It's still the Ami podcast, and it's big conversations, and Dereck is still in the building. And we're talking about it. We're talking about the music. We're talking about his journey at the beginning, and I'm on the such a payola with
Payola has been in existence since Ameno. Kurora cheko payola don't Zimura muro. Kutichita embody. It's all over, but they want to resist my systems that request there.
So what do you think about the music industry in general? My observation personally is that as a nation, as Zimbabweans, our consumption pattern supports mediocrity. Our consumption pattern it will support, for the lack of a better word, BS. Bullshit.
Yeah.
But real art is not celebrated. Real art is not consumed. That's my take.
Right.
I don't know about you.
We blame you, the DJs.
Okay. How so?
Pakuti, you kudara, my DJs like create my trends.
Okay.
You'd hear there is this song here, this artist. You'd look for them. Influence other DJs to play that song and create a certain trend. That's why you'd have even Kusungura. You had diverse sounds. You had sound Yalena Dembo Yakasiana John Chubadura Yakasiana near Alec Manches. I mean Kiama Boys. Yakasiana near Nkoma Ketai. That was very diverse. But nowadays, Marco follow the trend. Mugona kutikura song yakadero pizza. Father Matzama yandira. Muvamatoti new. So that Kudara, the club DJ, was different from the radio DJ.
Yeah.
But now the club DJ is a radio DJ. So awane mangmabasa anufana ku trend with current trends.
Okay.
So vanhu avafariri zvinonakidza, vanofarira zvavari kunzwa.
Okay.
Webada. Ukateerera special meet enough times, you like it. Ukateerera inonzi PO box whatsoever, anditi ndozvaibudaka. You like it. But now takura tauti song here type of thing. So it's not vanhu mukateeresa rambai makashinga. Vanhu takati zvii zvidzimai. Right now that generation irimatsvaga masongs to an extent yekuti ane maviews akapenga by YouTube because we were conditioned to listen to them. So it is the role of the DJ, the presenter, the producer, to determine what people listen to. And also the other problem is my DJs edu they believe in the inferiority of local content.
Okay.
They believe kundinzi ndakapenga ndofana kuridza Nigeria nichi, of which other nations are following a pattern where they follow their own genres or they create my genres out.
But unfortunately, I beg to differ. Nowadays, naturally, DJs, especially radio DJs, are inclined to play more local just by consumption pattern.
All right.
We might be playing the wrong local.
So in the mind, zoriitika pa local sound ya muri play. Kudara mairidza direct Nigerian. And then wapana vakati chiri kurira Nigerian.
So it's
takuridzawo zvakaita Nigerian. Chikurira danzo. Takuridzawo zvakaita Zim danzo, like the name we have. Ni mamwe masounds Afrobeats. Nechi to an extent yekuti tane mamwe masound amapiano edu yemuno. Vamwada motrate Zim piano chizvaramba, but it's a sound yamapiano. So where you have substituted the foreign context, muchiridza local yachoka iri kusounda foreign. When was the last time, say, you played Mbira, a song to an extent yekuti titori ne day rinonzi nasi idare local content? No,
I am going to go against that one. Do you know there is one thing that a lot of people don't know from probably behind the scenes as presenters? Most of the systems that we're using for radio, it's the system picks songs for my slot. Especially I do breakfast. 90% of our content has got nothing to do with the music. When I go on air, I hardly know what is coming.
Okay. How does the system work? Like, Picasso?
It's either automated or it's preset, but it's not preset by the presenter unless I've got a special segment. The special segments, 20, for example, Tempoman's set. He's most likely going to have a DJ. You understand? He's not playing off the system. He's got a DJ. I'm doing breakfast. I do breakfast most of the time. I never know what's going to play.
Okay.
What I know is the content, because 90% of my show, I'm delivering news.
All right.
I'm talking about the trends. I'm talking about the focus of the day. You understand? So, an artist, I'm not going to do it. What is this song? And I'm thinking, I don't select the playlist. You understand? So a presenter nowadays, if you remember in the 90s, a presenter, it was about their voice, the English. And all they did was, this is the brand new Joe Thomas and Gigi. They weren't content driven. Now, it's about the content that you bring to the show, the energy that you bring, more than the song. The only show I have where it's musical is my weekend show. That's the only show you can blame me for, for picking the list.
So that's why I said presenter producers. But the blame would also lie in my producers. And if you are picking from a poisoned well, so ninge shibuda from the choice ninge it's the fault yako ninge ngo the poison.
Okay.
Like you've got 9% my songs are color yangasaru a red, 90%. And then you've got 10% a blue. It's random.
The algorithm is going to a lot more.
Okay. You see, so I think it's from my songs that, like, we know kuti Star FM in a certain genre I know to begin the night
at a particular time.
ZFM, you know, the other side of Samoa. So you never hear a Sungura song in Chibudego. But the other side of Samoa is what say. So then you have making up for room. So you find kutoka Buda kwenda kwenye zinginyika. America is the most difficult market to break into.
Okay.
They gatekeep it because content influences culture. Culture yabo ndeyabo. I dilutic because of other genres. They would rather break into your culture than hip hop nichi. It's just we don't realize that. My airports are in and kana kunzwa kunzi fungisai wachimuridza ko webana not kuti music yacho hainakidzi but ndikukudza kuti those my airports are the most international place you can think of kuti vari kuridza but vanomeka sure kuti vavo ndo vari kurida the artists who are billionaires vanongorira mustates chete Texas it's very big
especially country
exactly iva kuti hatimbovazivi kunoko they are bigger than mamwe artists atinoteerera kunoko ikoko vanozadza mastadiums you've got bands like U2 but they are always the top selling touring band everywhere they go vanozadza havaridziri major ACC kunoita riot but America makes sure it takes care of its own UK nezvimwe zvakadaro and then also maprograms enyu mapresentawo futi zongo futi especially ari content driven why would you discuss nyaya dzebonde right na 10 am nezema relationships
don't you think we are also okay I understand that concept net timing is very important don't you think that I think there's one thing that people might not know sometimes in fact all the time this is the unsaid law presenters are also in competition
I know
I want to trend so don't you think we're also chasing trends
also that would be your own version of me singing Father madzimai obvona kuti iya trend obva chona nakamas all right no I hear you, I understand
because I see a pattern andindichipedzawo radio I also want to go back and be the listener and find out kuti zvishwa inini show yangu runaka papi rudi and then I'm that guy who's playing say let me give an example I play country and then people are saying country maybe it's my mandate to play that do you not think I'm also pressured to follow trends because for me to be commercially attractive and the business business owners how do I then balance that? I also want to feed my family.
You're correct. I cannot judge you on that because I went through a similar thing. I did the song Zimbabwe Zimbabwe. It gave me my first international breakthrough. 2012 I went to the Seychelles to perform it at the Victoria Carnival. 2013 I went again with Sulu to perform it. That was very international, but to break local I needed to change. So you try to do every polite song you can think of. And then I did a song Yamari tanga chiti unonaka
and they've got their own translation of that song.
Exactly. And you can say wasakanda pa ni vanhu oti that's Dereck Mpofu akaimba kuti chi sikana changu zuwa bono ndibizve but ukangoti unonaka fati ndiwe but wewe une musikanzo type of thing yokuti vari kunakirwa nekuzvifarira but so you are correct in that in that instance and it will take quite a huge
because it's pressure on the DJs as well.
Yeah, it will take quite a huge revolution and the buy-in of everyone. Like here, 100% local content here, 75% Jonathan Moy. You saw Guti, it gave birth to
urban grooves, all these sounds.
Varingori vashuma vaita nana ainzani mau aita rap
Shingirai
nana major iyi vachitira kuita but yakabva yapa a birth to subgenre yakanga iripayoyega yekuti vanhu vakachi because anga akawanda masound achakazoneti urban grooves but in maturity yakazoita branch off kwane afrobeat kwane zim dancehall kwane hip hop yekujecha chichicha chinhu zvakadaro so it takes a revolutionary mind type yevanhu vairekuti ini sanangomuka kuti atichada content yakadai a radio station. Zimbabwe is very conservative. Next thing, achela kuti it's music inkunze. Next 3 months, it's a local.
So as a musician, do you applaud his move?
That was a beautiful move. They was the best ever.
But do you not think that's what has limited us breaking the international market?
No,
because now we couldn't compete with world-class sounds. So we created a small pond, our pond, where we glorified mediocrity, and now we have assumed a mindset those little boys. Whereas I want to give an example of a song that will never cut it outside of Zim. Let me think of a song that trends here, but will never cut it. Let me think of one. Okay, Nrufunga one that will never cut it outside.
Let me tell you something. The advent of local content did not only result in the breakthrough of urban groups locally, but it resulted in the breakthrough of alternative music or contemporary outside. Oliver Mtukudzi broke through internationally during that time.
Okay.
Chiwaniso Malay. You see, you got artists like Andy Brown and the Storm. Vakarira Kunzogo, the outlet was there.
Did they not? If I follow history well, these guys broke through when they recorded outside of Zim.
No.
Oliver recorded in South Africa, if I remember.
But I'm saying
Chichi came from the States, and Andy Brown went to South Africa to record around the time that they broke out.
So you find now that the story with Oliver was there. All along when you were going to the studio. What I was saying is the timing. It was not one set night. But the story is previously he had been he had been the one I reads acoustic or it's a bass. Robbie, I don't know, the a keyboard. His brother Robbie Mtukudzi or Kiki or the drum or something. And then the new manager came in, David Metcalf.
Yeah.
Did away with my mediocre recordings, brought him a black belt who Zimbabwe music and applied on him cool. Initially, we started off as 7 tools.
Yeah.
I got it up again. I think there was also Neba Mpofu for bass. Mendy was formerly in the Brown. Django Shine. So the sound now became very Team Yagabia Simba. And the manager was also professional. So Jagango Itirakuti, naturally when it's like that, even go approach a record label.
Okay.
So
okay. If I'm getting you right, you're saying Kuti, this selection here, Kuti, 100% local, made us, gave room to export the 10 excellent artists, and then the other ones did jingo select jingo dai room
you excel. But I'm saying Tuku pre-99 music is exportable, but they're very fast. You number because he then re-recorded some of the other music. Not good. He was a bad musician, but he was the best for Timaraki.
A one-eyed man is a king in the land of the blind.
Exactly. Because Tuba Angasinga body key. And then his compositions, more one is guitar playing. It's patented without being patented. Yokuti ukariza satuku unuzunzibodi ndi Oliver Mtukudzi.
Urukopa.
So me Oliver Mtukudzi within the space Within the first 5 seconds, I'm about to
especially me munozi ama not say music.
So he had his unique style, but he had a backup. So once my recorder, it's easy to get up share. This is what we have. But what I was saying is the advent of the 75% local content created in created demand.
Music.
The advent of Starlink created demand. You might extraterrestrial your satellite systems. You go to Harare. Hakuna Starlink nyuani inopinda west. Vanhu vakangokwira
order. Do you think that the internet provided a better distribution platform for artists, or it killed remuneration for artists?
Yeah, it's a two-pronged answer. On one hand, it made music easily accessible. Nowadays, we can just song 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It's easier to market yourself as an independent artist. You
might not need radio.
Yeah. But there are creators more.
Expand.
One, in terms of quality, Kudara my DJs might have quality control. You could tell this for a data. As you can see. Nowadays, not each other. Mangwana, one the chapels on who page one in now you are forced to kunochichaga ngechaka dzavakochirika not kuchukunakita
wakuda kutrend osa DJ wakuda kuti request akauya zvirunzi
one the latest. So it has also created seepages in terms of revenue. It's difficult to manage files.
Okay.
It's just one song for WhatsApp. I can give it to 1 million people without any revenue coming to you. So it has created poorer artists. It has created less quality control measures for labels. It has put a lot of labels out of business. And also technology now means anyone can phone.
Talking about we've got AI. I'm a bad artist. But I can write and I can train another Dereck.
Yeah.
What impact does that have?
No one. You don't know what's genuine. I know there's an artist that I saw you are. You created an AI artist. I got 11 million revenue. So the only ones AI artists. And then there are some who are legally creating my AI songs to the content. So the organic talent here is so that AI is all over. You guys are my AI. You guys are even my actors.
Because okay, I act. I can imagine. Why would I do a fight scene if they can recreate it without me? They just use my face.
It's going to an extent you're going to manage my DJs you've been replaced. By an AI DJ. You know, this is a song from Dereck Mpofu.
Put in your script, bana producer, and then you know.
And they don't have to pay the bloody. So it's the way it's going. It's unstoppable. And
do you think there's a solution to safeguard it?
I don't think so. You never move the head on an iRobot. I'm pretty sure with my money to run more robots. Because they are more intelligent.
They're gathering artificial intelligence by the day. Imagine if they realize that we don't need humans.
Taxi. When I was in New York, driverless.
Wow.
yekuti watumirwa taxi, it comes exactly when you want as a location. Yokutakura. You can't tell it to kumanya Tanzania. Then you go slowly.
You see a destination.
Tower. That's it. So imagine how many taxi drivers are going out of work.
Okay.
Rubana. Very soon they done robots are perform. Like
apa pane pana DJ chirobot baba chine artificial intelligence chirutozuma kuti apinda ndiDereck likes kwaito apinda ndiLampy likes negreen saka kutoziva kuti tonomixa
measure even sweat yevanhu, anxiety, kuti vari kunakirira nechi in real time chichifamba muvanhu muntaraunda because chinenge chine masensors nechi kubabada. You think toramba play?
Hapana. I know you and I can talk forever.
Kwani wakadzi
Daddy, I can tell you now need me. Yo, day every day. Measuring by your temperature, I think now you need coitus. Our 2 minutes.
So zviruenda to the end of the human race, so that vakadzi kana vachibachande kuzvara
and because now panish is one of the artificial womb andichapinda kayamisa. I don't want my titties to drop.
So vanhu varongozvitaza music industry vachiseka maionero matisi.
Yeah, I read about my duck factories, but okay. Back to music. Who do you think? I think maybe 5 people in Zim that you think should be international by now, but haven't been ushered into that platform. If you're to name 5 people or 5 artists that you feel like they can represent us well, they need maybe a better marketing strategy to get there. Who would you name?
Obviously, number 1, Mpofu.
Okay.
He's got a voice, feature internationally, and he's localized enough to go international.
Okay.
Number 2, I would think the most underrated artist, male or female, was Zimbabwe. Natasha Moons.
Oh yeah, I like her sound. I'm confused. Could any that say sound? I get
those are not.
Yeah.
So Natasha Moons, man, vocal wise, she's like one of the best. Stage presence, I can perform that.
Okay. She's a beast.
Rap. And Roma bars. Challenge again now is the best features literally versatile. That's it.
That's the biggest.
That's the worst. At times you pick your battle. What am I best at? Data rebel.
I can say that I understand that. I've had that same problem as a DJ. I've been a dancehall DJ. I've been a hip hop DJ. I've been a continuity DJ. I've been a voiceover artist. So sometimes you don't know which is my biggest niche.
Ugafunga Godfather Timberman no funga
dancehall.
Ko Bojongo.
Sungura. And Sungura. And if you go to gig as Templeman, it's actually a surprise if he plays gospel. It's been doing a lot of surprises lately, but what they expect is dancehall.
achidza jazz like vanoti madira mari avo achizondabhadhara ive zvisina kunyorwa kunzi nhasi angachiridza jazz or not asirizvo isitomujera achiridza jazz. So we need an identity.
So we're still on to Natasha moves. It's issue is identity.
Natasha moves.
Third one.
Third, I need to think clearly. Third, in terms of songwriting, I think one of the best we have in the country would be Alexio
Kawara. Okay.
The only challenge is Akazombo Mira.
Yeah.
Prayzah. Music. Those around doing that shit.
Okay.
But he's one of the best. And then
we're on to going for 4.
And genre I can't read it is one of the few around from urban blues fighter seamless into contemporary music. And then 4, our biggest potential for export right now, and Akatura, the local Zimbabwean sound, gave it like a flair in a mood that is their Prayzah.
Okay.
I got paying that to that extent. But I just think what has been done doing is at times dabbling in experimental music like piano, kwaito, house. So if someone goes under different Zimbira Zkit Zakapi, my one in the Anichi sound.
So it's
big some Methodist. I don't know Methodist.
ZCC. ZCC.
My one. Sound here in Zimbabwe.
So you do you not think Right, and do you not think that him trying out other genres is also him following the trend? Is in that same trap? About sometimes you just want to try out what everybody's vibing to.
Yeah, sure. But I think he's caught on now with his sound is unique. Yeah, it is very unique. And his voice is unique. The greatest show of uniqueness is Ogetama Copycats Akawand.
Oh, okay.
If you want to see you've made it, one of them will do
yeah.
Okay. Now,
to an Lampy light.
It's the same thing as a
Yeah.
Brains are getting cool.
Me brain
Nanangwe Bamto, Nanangwe DT. Isn't
but every time I go,
Kuna no silent skiller. Silent skiller. Oh, killer. One of those was didn't
how do I just say it?
I don't know. I think that's what that book because I don't want that. I'm very silent skiller. So yeah.
We are left with the 5th one. Exposed quality.
5th one. Well, Mokomba I won't mention because we're going to put that. 5th one would have to be a tie between music and music to East African music, like Dende.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can be international.
Buddha. Okay. It's got the right tempo. It's not too fast. Then it's not slow. It's mostly mid tempo. Even my very unique guitar lines. I still will follow the same chord chart. Like Sungura is 1415. Like 20 songs, the Sungura no gonna Sungura G1. So kana usinganzi language kuti maybe angochinja key
but it's the
plus neyakusachuna magitari futi kufungira kuti vanoshandisa nzero so at times inenge iri out of tune but musikazvinzi until mazoridza passomething in standard tuning like a keyboard magitari edu so kudendera uku maybe I'll throw in my honorable mentions Mary Annibal, Josh Makefoot and his jazz again. Yeah, those are people I'll mention, and maybe the last one, the A to the 2 throne, someone to lose. Okay. Yeah. Your music it's based, like it is based on our cultures in Bira. Church music, you actually based on B. And it Zkit, but it was one of those who took like one of the good. They are kind of bad. And also, you got a based on the Bakanga, Mbuwe sound, you kind of that would be amazing.
So what about someone who I won't say he's got authentic local sound. Nutty. Do you think he can break the international market? He's been trying to do that. He's featuring a lot of Tingirikini. Where do we draw the line with Nutty?
Yeah, because the fellow artist on sports. I love. I'm like, why I'm conflicted is I'm like one of his biggest fans.
Okay.
Because I'm paying any voice really unique. He's got a very good voice.
And I love his writing skills.
Yeah. You must set in the lines are not from like he's unique in that. And his music is positive. So music now even you make a play also of a mixture of some genre of West African Afrobeats nature, but the rest of dance. Like I don't know this dance or artist who Ghana.
Shatta. Ghana is
Shatta is too
reggae, hardcore.
So they have that already.
Okay, let's forget. I'm forgetting the name.
My best song is not everybody's best song yet. Funny enough is Trouble in the City.
Oh yeah.
Yakaita almost like double.
Yeah, I know.
Trouble in the City. Trouble in the City. Yeah.
My favorite actually is his breakout single. Wanda Vakure. It's not easy at all. The 2016 tune.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's the one on the Kinako compilation.
Yeah. So I think Agatura more of my local elements and added to his sound. Buddha. I need to China. So, somebody can also to talk about Matumbe.
So unozwa munhu angati azitobvisa guru tobvisa chinhu katsvina ingapo
kuti daro. Otherwise he's knocking on the doors to the international scene, and I know it's one of his biggest passions. I'm not saying this as a fundi, but that is my own opinion.
Yeah.
Akatora tuma local elements or kanda like utakaita nereggae utakaita chigira chinenibira gambira guitar whatever and throw in more of the local language as opposed to just English. But I don't know, my formulas are Russian, so because he's been working so hard and he's had a lot of breakthrough. I think right now he's got the song of the year. Not too much. Because I know a lot of people beg to differ, but
so by song of the year, Papa, I love Nutty. That's my sound in my personal space. Rougeois. Anyway, Rougeois for song of the year for me.
Point, but Jeffrey is one. Like Jeffrey is a phenomenon. I found who is
Song that song of the
Safe Baita Very Power. And now he's got another one like I'm going to Juma from nowhere.
I'm from the
I'll give Nutty over number 1.
Do you know what I like about Too Much? Internationally. In like his mixture, language. You know, talk to Munaka, catch 2-3 phrases. Too much. I've seen babes who do more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll give Nutty over and then number 2 do have Nanisha. Of course, that eliminated Japanese. Do you have
which one? Admire them.
Was Admire them but I would give it to those 2. And then obviously Ulungenda. But never know because
so but we have
only 10 are good so my nominees and I start with hip hop no peace but
okay.
He's very garrulous.
But he has to first produce something. He says he's coming. He's got an album on the 20th. Okay.
Yeah, in the only 10 no one of Farah of I don't know what is it. I'm sure that someone
I wish it is on
the eat factor. You don't have to work for your nothing. I'm gonna get even my life. I can't. My baby actually
you need him.
Hey, I like I don't wanna get but nobody never watch I don't go bad. If them are Buddha, yeah, I don't like it. Just like saying Kira, even Mugataru Azuru Pashon the next I have to book up for the next 3 months.
And then to the classic question. Who would you pay to stop singing? But that's just one. I think I need 2 more.
Because I'm also in the industry.
So Pizza.
I can't call out my fellow but so yeah, I can't
powers within. What would you do to perfect the industry? All resources being equal, you can change anything on radio. You can change any laws. What would you do? And then
one, I would bring back record labels to manage my artists and their welfare. Do away with artists self-managing. Focus on their craft. Pay artists some advances so that they've got a lifestyle that is associated
like a record deal. Okay.
With their artistry. What's kuno my drugs nichiga. Uno uchimba chibigwa like God bless you. God bless you. You was kubawa kune ngati kubawa but kumashow kune sana
njo
aipa mda mna kilomita we tuna picture mdala chikaja nobody baba hakuna mad but I'll do that. I would also nationalize all local music. That in a Saturday. Now as well. But the unintentional living out of musicians from other cities is real. What mean?
Whilst you're on that, don't you think another solution would be to nationalize these provincial radio stations so that everyone has got equal access to the records? Say, Sky's thingy, FM, it's called Sky's Sky's Metro goes national. Diamond FM goes national, so that everyone has got access to it. It's their choice.
You see, what I actually think my community radios should do, they should be the filter to the national platform. Like music is where musarudza kuti pane vati kuridza mamutarisha shambei, you push it forward. Star FM, Power FM, they do Zimbabwe National FM.
How then do you push it forward? I'm here, I've got my own mandate, I've got my own radio station.
I'm saying that they should be a link in the systems from the community radio station. The station that the bigger stations should have the ability to divana norakunitsa kushawani zvaita noma record labels kuti kwaiva nemuna local arugo unoona kuna makungwazi uri kupio ende njanja Tsikira and the Sakuva Star ndozvaita kudaro kuti vadi vanovazive kuti munarumba kwakadai. That's why you had even big artists from Lawa.
So is that do you think that the push must come from the smaller radio stations, or it must come from the bigger radio stations?
I think
there has to be someone who initiates.
There has to be a symbiotic relationship.
Okay.
Like I know Diamond FM and Star FM,
yeah.
Use that. We're pushing them there. So that it's nationalized. Okay. It's very difficult. I know Shitong is easy. Where do you want to do one time? Unless Uri.
Those are not as good as but remember, I saw my bus. I don't
know. Until you learn in the animal social media animal defense forces. That's a type of fandom and because she has defied the odds.
Yeah.
But not everyone can do that. But then what is she power and a certain ingredient I identify I'm very sure because I got blood agencies. I don't know that one man. That's how big she is. Like Kunivano imba to the amount.
Yeah.
Lucas Moyagana, Blessing Shumba, maybe Matthias. One of them, Nivan normally I have to be no shows, but they would come for her. So Nugutizo, you take my localized talents, the Numariza, and the rotation in top 20, top 10, and didn't. From those my champions, kind of, but Nima Kona is genre it's very urban. Just put it to ZFM. It's a bit urban contemporary, that same style. Sungura was no more in Sungura. But when Zimbabwe National FM, but okay. Those are really good. And make it 90% local. You know, identify is we are playing more foreign. We're losing a part of ourselves. Like our values native. But when I do so then Nicki Minaj. They won't dress like Dogas Moyos and Chimoriza. They won't do that. But the moment you have no one actually praise, look at your praise of one it and don't think about it. I don't know
smart.
It doesn't matter if you get don't watch him say, figure say, even get interview. Like one watching it. You see. So that's the combination of what a hero is like to everybody. That is what I'll do. But put more money as well into the industry. You go to my artists are not disrespectful, and my corporates. But you want change like Anga, I started denying watch cast over the new book tables. Oh, entertainment. It's not my.
My musician, I don't know, my DJ, my way. There's this one statement, you know, Buddha my clients. I won't go 1 hour chitty, 1 hour chitty. 1 hour is not chitty. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know this has been the On Me podcast and my Dereck Mpofu. Do remember to like it, subscribe below, and yeah, follow link. A shout out goes out to Royal Vacations. Shout out goes out to you, Dereck, and to your socials where they can find you, follow you.
Obviously, across all socials is Dereck Mpofu, DERECK.
Hapana double Arab.
I. It's Dereck. Yeah, that's across all my socials. And then you could also look for Yemukono as an affiliate of what I do. So when you type in Yemukono, I come on. Yeah.
All right, word to a link again. Keep it locked. Subscribe.